Hello everyone, my name is Zennius. Welcome back to the channel for more Star Wars Unlimited. I hope everyone had a great pre-release weekend. I know I had a blast. I just kind of wanted to go over some stuff that I experienced this weekend and some of the cards that I pulled. I had an absolute blast. I ended up being first place in the pre-release that I had in my hometown. And I'm going to go ahead and show you the deck that I played. I went ahead and built it on Star Wars Unlimited database just because I wanted to show you kind of what I played with and what I felt I was leaning into most whenever I was in it. So I pulled Mon Mothma. I actually didn't pull a whole lot of great leaders when I was in the pre-release. The ones that I pulled were Luthen, Sly, 2 Deidras, and 2 Mon Mothmas. So I didn't have great pulls. I felt that Luthen was going to be a little... you really want a good deck around Luthen. Sly more, I just don't understand how to make her really pop off. And then Deidra, I don't know. I felt that villainy wasn't going to be my strength in an event like this. So I went with Mon Mothma Blue. Now, as you can see, I kind of have a smattering of colors. I didn't have a whole lot of different official units in different colors, so I didn't really lean into her ability all that much, but it still very much worked well. I found myself really leaning into Chandrillan Sponsor and High Command Consular. Those were 2 that I played nearly every round, and if I didn't get those, I was willing to mulligan for them. Same with hold on, where is it? Oh, it's down here in ships, of course. Same with Naboo Royal Starship. That was kind of one I wanted in my hand every time because it has plot. So when I would flip out Mon on round with 5 resources, I could immediately play Starship and then swing at their base or one of their spy tokens for 5. So it was pretty nice. I really, really liked that one. Beloved Orator was one that I tended to play whenever I was behind. If for some reason I had fewer units than my opponent, I would play this one because when played, it creates a spy token. So I really, really liked that one. Another one that I really liked was Emissary from Ryloth. When played, you may give a unit -3 for this phase. It was pretty nice. And the one that hands down saved my butt more often than not was Coronet. This is a Mandalorian. It's not official in any way. It is Restore 1, and each other friendly unit gains Restore 1. So when I was spreading wide and I had, Beloved Orator creating spy tokens, and I was able to keep a bunch of the cards that I had, or a bunch of the units that I had out, and I was healing for, say, 5 per round, they had nothing on me because there wasn't a lot of space units in this one. I mean, I don't know the breakdown exactly of how many space units there are in this set, but the majority of the units that came out of this set that at least I opened were all ground units. And I leaned into that knowing that if I put something crazy in space, my opponents weren't going to be able to deal with it. So, same with Consular Cruiser. I didn't use it a whole lot, but if I ever saw a space unit go up, no matter at what stage in the battle it was, I would put Cruiser up there and I would hold off space because, I mean, it's okay. The stats are all right. It's a 5 cost and it's a 4/5. So it's not doing anything crazy. Same with Starship. I mean, if I put Starship up there and Mon is now hitting for 5 each time with Overwhelm, I mean, if I hit your spy, I'm taking out one of your units and it's 3 to base as well. So it was really, really nice. Same with Senator Chuchi. I believe I have her in here somewhere. I can't see. Oh, there she is. Senator Chuchi. She has Restore 1 and then give another friendly official unit Restore 2. So if I can throw her down on rounds whenever Mon Mothma flips out or the round after, and Mon is hitting for 5 and restoring for 2, restoring for 3 if you have Coronet there, you're going crazy. So I think because of Coronet, we're gonna see a little bit more Mandalorian play. I think we have a lot of great Mandalorian cards. So I wouldn't be surprised if some of the Mandalorian leaders I have already saved this, right? Yes, I have already saved this. I do believe a lot of the Mandalorian leaders that we have in the game might see a little bit more. Right off the top of my head, I don't know what Mandalorian leaders we have. Boba Fett's Underworld. I don't know if Django is Mandalorian. I don't know that he technically counts. Hold on one second. Let me look. Okay, so we do have a decent amount of Mandalorian units. The only one that is a heroism is the Mandalorian, though. So I don't think that we'll see. I mean, we might see a spike in Mandalorian units, Mandalorian decks, just because of that, maybe. But I don't think that people are running Mandalorian with blue. Let me see if I can find any. So yeah, I mean, here's one, Mando Pilots. But the top two right here, and I don't know if this ranking is really accurate because I only see one heart here and nothing here, is Databall. So they're running it with green. Databall version 6.1. So maybe they're working on it. Peach Fuzz, Mad Max. I would love to know dates on these, on when they were last updated, because if it's like after pre-release or after they came out, it would be interesting to know. I don't know. Let's see what this Mando Blue has. Paige, Tico, Cassian. Okay, Kira, Han Solo. So it's really a bunch of stuff that is. Oh, this is Secrets of Power. Okay. So we have a little bit from Ebon Hawk as well. Okay, so we have a couple of things that are from Armor of Fortune, of course. Yeah. So Sneaking Suspicion. So we're basically what we're doing is we're taking plot from this set and we're putting them into old decks, which I totally understand. I mean, honestly, that's kind of the way to go. I would love to see this a little bit more updated with the 8-cost Mandalorian unit, but it looks like this is a pretty quick deck because we only have 5 costs, which, to be fair, you're exhausting their units. So how much damage are they doing as opposed to what you're doing? So I don't really know. We'll see. I wouldn't be surprised if we get an uptick in Mandalorian units, or I don't know, maybe Mythosaur is played more. I don't know. I feel like Mandalorian units, Mandalorian decks now have a place in the meta, and I would love to see them. But I do want to kind of go through some of the decks that I did see. So Colonel Yularen, he's the one that got second place at my pre-release. And Colonel Yularen, if you're not unfamiliar, his ability is action, attack with a unit, then you may attack with another unit that costs less than it. If you go to his unit side, when this unit completes an attack and survives, you may attack with another unit that costs 4 or less, and he flips out on 5. So, and he's a 4/6. So for a 5 cost, he's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, I really do like him, and that's where he can get you. I mean, there were times where my opponent was doing 7, 8, 9, 10 points of damage in one turn. So he's really good. I really like the way he's structured. I wouldn't be surprised if we see more of him in the meta. I'm pulling up my ranked video now just to see where I put him, and Colonel Yularen was in tier A. I did put him in tier A because I mean I knew from the get-go that he was going to be pretty dang good. So I still agree with that. I don't know if he's top tier yet, but I think he's going to be pretty good. I think we're going to be seeing more of him. The one who got third place at my pre-release was Jabba the Hutt. Now, if you're unfamiliar with this, basically his thing reads: action, pay 1 and exhaust this leader. A friendly damage unit deals 1 damage to an enemy unit. If the friendly unit has 3 or more damage on it, it deals 2 instead. And when he flips, when another friendly unit is dealt damage and survives, you may have that unit deal that much damage to an enemy unit. Use this ability once per round. The way I saw this deck structured was he had a bunch of sentinels, which makes a lot of sense with control. I mean, in most of the ones that we pulled, I don't think many people got a vigilance, except maybe 1 or 2 got a vigilant sentinel. All of the sentinels that we pulled somehow were neutral. There was no aspect involved, so that's all of the ones that he was getting. Basically, the tactic was to get a sentinel out so that they were dealing damage to this. the entire match. So I kind of think it works. I did put Jabba in tier B. I might have to bump it up because of that. Because, I mean, the Sentinels are stupid in the first place, especially a shielded one. Like, it's so, you have to figure out a tactic to get around them, to have Saboteur, to have whatever. So they're already a menace to get through. But if you just have a leader that takes the damage that you just dealt to that unit and then deals it to one of your units, you're going to have to think twice about attacking, unless you can just clean it right off the bat. So I don't know. I feel like it's going to be interesting. I feel like there are going to be some pretty good decks with Jabba the Hutt. The next one that I think got 4th. Hold on, let me look real quick, actually. Yes, the one that got 4th was Leia. And I knew from the beginning, I have no problem admitting it. I had a feeling that Leia would be good. Her being able to buff her units right off the bat was a pretty OP thing. And they used it to their advantage. There would be times where there would be every single unit over there was buffed, and I wouldn't be able to take them out unless I figured out a Sentinel or whatever. I threw out Vigil at one point, and then they couldn't, deal damage to my unit. So I was able to get around it. In my deck, in my Mon Mothma deck, I pulled a Junior Senator, which when played, you may return an upgrade that costs 3 or less to its owner's hand. So I was able to defeat her upgrades at least once. And I had to be strategic about that, absolutely. But I went 2 for 0 on that match. So I apparently pulled it off. So I would say there are ways around it. There are definitely ways in order to deal with her, but still very, very good. I am very lucky that I was able to fight her. There were a bunch of other leaders that were played. I know Luthen was in there, and I think there was another Colonel Yularen as well. So everyone had the same general idea that, Luthen was good, Leia was good. Everyone pulled a C-3PO. No one played him. Colonel Price was also there. I don't think she won a single match. Anyway, that was my experience at pre-release. I had an absolute blast. I do want to kind of mention what I got leader-wise, just so I can share with you what I'm going to be working on first. As I said, I got a couple Deidras. I got a Luthen. I got a Leia. I got a Yularen. I got a Sabe, a Sly, a Satine, and another Deidra, as well as Mon Mothma twice. So I had some really good pulls. I definitely think Leia is probably going to be my first deck that I'm going to be making. And I'm also probably going to be attempting Luthen as well as Sabe at some point. I think there are a couple other cards that I need that will make those decks work. So I'm going to be going to some events. The day that this video is posted, I'll be at an event trying to get some more of those cards. And on top of that, I actually bought, because I needed sleeves, I actually bought the Cassian Andor sleeves. Let's see if we can get that going right there. Oh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. I knew I had to buy it when I saw it. I mean, they had a couple of sleeves there that just looked beautiful, and this was absolutely worth it. Everyone was jealous of my sleeves and ended up cleaning out the store of their Cassian sleeves because I bought it in the first place. After that, I also got the Sil Karn Prestige, which I immediately sleeved, as well as the Grand Admiral Thrawn. Both were in my Carbonite pack that I bought when I first got there. I knew I had to get a pack. I'm not going to get a box because I want to be able to play with them. But these were my 2 pulls that I was incredibly proud of. And then, of course, I had a bunch of winnings from getting first place at the pre-release. And it's literally a stack of cards over on my bedside table that I will be going through and trying to sort and then make decks out of as I go along. So I hope you had a great pre-release. I hope you really enjoyed this one. I know I had my doubts about Secrets of Power, but after seeing Plot in action and seeing a bunch of these leaders in action, I'm very excited to be making decks, and also excited to be kind of going through some of the old leaders and seeing what I can bring back and what I can try again. Of course, I'm a tried and true Jedi Force lover. I loved Legends of the Force. I love that set. I know a lot of people, there were a lot of people at pre-release yesterday that were saying that it was kind of the worst of the last 3 sets that we've had. I disagree. I think it's the best, but that's just my opinion. I think everyone here in Star Wars, no matter what their opinion is, I think it's valid and true. We do have a whole list of now PQs and stuff that are, PQ events that are coming up, and they are coming up soon. So, as I said, I'm kind of going over some of my old decks that I want to use and that I want to rejuvenate. Of course, as I said, I have my Cal Kestis that I love, that I will be probably bringing to PQs. But we have a whole list of PQs ready to go on the website. So I would hop on over to the Star Wars Unlimited site, because it has a whole list of places in North America as well as Europe and Asia and all over the world. So make sure to check where a PQ is going to be close to you. I actually have one in my hometown, so I'm not going to have to travel for it this time. It's literally 15 minutes away. I'm not going to tell you which one it is, because we're not that close, guys. I mean, I don't know you that well. Yeah. Anyway, if you do end up coming to my PQ in my hometown, please stop by, say hi, let me know what you're playing, and I would love to meet you. I would love to get to know you a little bit more and what you would like more from this channel, what would help you. I have an absolute blast making these videos for you guys, and I have an absolute blast making this, or playing this game. So I would love to be able to spread out a little bit more in these videos. So thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know down in the comments below if you enjoyed, if you liked it, what you would like to see, and I hope to see you at PQs. Bye bye now.